Hello, my name's Janine Powell and I'm a student at BYU Idaho Online learning about visual media, graphic design, and web design. And this is the completion of a semester's worth of work. One of my favorite artists is a man named James Christensen. He's a former faculty member from BYU Provost Art Department. He said, "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can change the world." And my goal with going back to school and pursuing visual media, communication, design, was to change my role by getting my bachelor's degree. I do this for myself, and I also do it to help my family. We did a lot of really fun projects, and one of my favorites, and one of the ones that turned out the best, was this montage project. Here I learned how to use photo design quite well. I learned how to do masking, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I learned how to use the lasso tool to cut images out of other photos. With this one, we were supposed to use an inspirational quote, and I didn't want to do your typical spiritual inspirational quote. I wanted something that was a little more bold, a little more daring, and that went with this beautiful picture of this Indian girl that I found, and the thought of fear came to my head, her facing her fear of wolves. So I found the wolf image, I found her, and I found the background, and I incorporated them together to look like one design. This was a lot of fun though. This was one of my favorites. Another project that I really enjoyed was my brochure project. This was a lot of fun, and I wanted to use something I enjoyed, and chocolate was basically a no-brainer. I love chocolate, and then how cool is it to try and make a brochure that looks like the outside of a chocolate bar, especially if it's a chocolate festival. The two just went hand in hand. I got a little flack over the barcode, which is hard to see here because the words are so tiny, but the words are supposed to be part of the small little lines that you would find on a barcode on the back of a wrapper. I used the nutritional information part of the candy bar wrapper as my space for the information about the chocolate festival, and then inside I showed my knowledge of text wrapping around the chocolate images that I found online, and I used the images to illustrate some of the activities that were going on at this festival. And then just for fun, I had to put a partially eaten candy bar inside the wrapper. Another fun project was this event poster or event flyer. This was done all on Microsoft Word, which was a real challenge because a lot of those design elements I had come to use from Illustrator and Photoshop, I wasn't allowed to use here. So this is a scanned image from a book called I Spy. And I really like the haunted houses, and it was October when I did this, so it just made sense to do a fundraiser using the haunted house concept. I repeated the little blue pumpkins to give it some design, and found this really, really cool haunty looking typeface that I kind of made glow, and I used that glow throughout the rest of the text. And then to keep it all aligned and make it look pretty, I aligned everything with the side of the house. One of the things I really want to do is make the house pop, so I just made the background a little less colorful to achieve that effect. The very last thing that I really enjoyed doing with this project was making these business cards. I love puzzles. And when I had this chance to come up with another logo for a different business, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and that was something to do with puzzles and games. I drew the puzzle pieces on Illustrator using the pen tool, and then I decided to take that same puzzle piece and use it at the bottom of the question mark, and then I used the question mark as my area of alignment for my text. I then went online and found a really fun text typeface, and incorporated that to my design for my logo. I chose purple because purple kind of represents something mysterious, and a little bit, it also represents royalty, and I like purple, so why not? When I did the puzzle pieces, I wanted to make them look like watermarks too, so I played with the opacity, and then I got this very nice overlapping image with the puzzle pieces. I feel I have grown a lot this semester with learning logos and flyers and layouts and what works and what doesn't. But my projects look pretty good. They turned out pretty good. I now have knowledge of programs that I did not have knowledge of before. Now, as I look back at what I did, I am pleased at how much I have learned. Being artistic is a talent, and learning new ways to express my ideas take time and hard work. My portfolio shows this. My vision is to expand and develop my talent, to be able to use it to help other people and to take care of my family. I wanted to do this for a long time, but like James Christian said, vision without action is merely a dream. Vision with action can change the world, and I am changing mine.